Hello everybody and welcome to the TTVJ YouTube channel. Today we're going to talk about a new product. Grado Labs has announced and is beginning to produce and ship their new flagship headphone, the HP100 SE. The HP designation is a hats off to Grado Labs founder Joseph Grado, who would have been 100 years old this year. The original HP1000 series featured three models. The HP1, which originally sold for $595 and uniquely had polarity switches. The HP2, which sold for $495 and had no polarity switches. And the HP3 at $395, which had lower specs and didn't quite make the cut to be an HP1 or HP2, but still was part of the HP family. The HP series headphones have long been a popular audiophile favorite and a headphone that Grado fans as well as headphone fans and collectors have sought to own. They were introduced in 1989 and the last one was shipped in 1994. The vintage versions are very limited in availability, as only 1,000 were made and command a pretty penny when one does come available, selling for between $1,500 and $2,500. Now Grado Labs is bringing this new headphone, the HP100 SE, to market as a commemorative piece as well as a very fine headphone. It was not created to imitate the HP1000 series, but to honor the legacy of Joseph Grado and his HP series headphones. Much has changed from the original HP1000 series headphones and these new HP100 SE phones. Both do have aluminum housings and are dynamic open-air headphones, but some new features and designs grace the HP100 SE. The first feature is a detachable headphone cable, as you can see here. It comes out very nicely. All you have to do is hit the button correctly, and voila, there it is. It's very welcoming, as you can use your cables from other headphones along with this one. It uses a 4-pin mini XLR plug on the headphone side and a 1/4-inch plug on the amp side. The cable can be switched out to accommodate aftermarket cables from your favorite manufacturer. Balanced and other connections and lengths will be available from Grado Labs in the near future. Another update to these headphones is the headband, featuring 50% more padding and easily adjusted. As you Grado fans know, these slide up and down, and you can voila, you can, if you have a longer head, if you have a shorter head, it all works. Featuring 50% more padding and easily adjusted, comfort has been increased, making long listening sessions even more pleasurable. With their new 52mm drivers, Grado Labs set out to build a headphone that delivers detailed, resolving highs, smooth mids, and punchy low distortion bass. More on if these goals were achieved in our evaluation. 2 sets of pads will be included with the HP100 SE. The original HP series came with the supplied F-style cushions, which are also known as flat pads. These and the newer Grado G cushions, which are these cushions, the newer Grado G cushions are supplied to give the listener the option to choose the pads that sound best. The HP100 SE has a 32 ohm impedance and a frequency response of 3.5 Hz to 51.5 kHz. Total harmonic distortion measures less than 0.1% at 100 dB. Sound pressure level is 1 millivolt, delivering 117 dB of sound. So they're efficient. You can get quite a bit of volume at low volumes on with these headphones. And the drivers are matched to 0.04 dB. The HP100 SE I received came with the G cushions installed, so that's where the evaluation will begin. First thing noticed was the expansive soundstage. It was big. A lot bigger than any of the other Grado headphones that I've heard. Not only is the sound big, but it is also bold and dynamic. Though this is a unique headphone from Grado Labs, it still carries some of the great characteristics of their previous offerings. The liveliness of the sound still puts you on stage with the performers where all the action takes place. Detail is very good, where every minute sound comes through. They sounded and worked well with everything that I plugged them into. My primary headphone rig consists of an Apex Pinnacle 2 Ultra connected to various sources. including an Esoteric KO3XD SA CD player, the Esoteric N05XD streamer, and a turntable setup featuring a trans rotor Massimo with a Reed 2G tone arm and the Lyra Etna cartridge. I listened intently to the HP100 SE with the G cushions through this setup and found it to be everything I hoped it would be. Punchy and detailed, I did not find it at all fatiguing through this setup, in spite of all the detail rendered through the HP100 SE. The detail was natural and organic without an edginess that some detailed headphones have. It was articulate and refined in its presentation. Mids were sweet and bass was tight. The bass was very satisfying to my ear and sounded natural, no bloat, but tight and punchy. Vocals, especially female vocals, soared and were natural and engaging. Simply put, vocals sounded beautiful. After a few hours of listening, I switched up the pads on the HP100 SE and put on the flat pads. The sound changed more than I would have thought. The sound shifted more to the warmer side. It was still very good high frequency detail, but a warmer mid and bottom end. The sound was a bit sweeter, but also a little bit less detailed. The soundstage was also slightly smaller with the flat pads, but still large enough to give the sound of a full stage effect. The flat pads delivered a lively, punchy sound. The HP100 SE with the flat pads were very engaging and gave me the feeling of being right on the stage in the middle of the band. The music was exciting to listen to, and it was easy to listen for long listening periods. The difference in sonic presentation between the two supplied pair of pads was very noticeable and gives the listener options for various genres and production quality. Jazz or classical music produced very well might sound better in the G cushions, and rock music would probably sound better to most of you in the flat pads. That's how it kind of sorted out for me. Of course, deciding which pads fit your genre of music is left up for you to decide. You get both of them with the headphones, so it's a good thing. The beauty of the HP100 SE is that you get to select the way you hear your music. It's really like having two headphones in one box. Grado Labs did a great job with the HP100 SE. It appears to me that they met their goals. The ability to change the headphone cable with an aftermarket cable further allows the listener to dial the HP100 SE into their own ear's pleasure. We are highly recommending this headphone. 2 thumbs up. Great job, Grado Labs team.